This is a gun guide for the MP18. The MP18 is an SMG available to the Assault class and comes in 3 variants, a trench, an optical, as well as an experimental, which features a 3-round burst fire mode. But is it worth using? Let's find out. First off, let's look at the damage model, and here we can see that the MP18 is very standard for an SMG, being a 4-hit kill up close, dropping to 7 at range. A single headshot will reduce the bullets required to kill by 1 at most ranges, and the small damage reduction given to the lower torso, arms and legs will only increase the bullets required to kill at very specific ranges and isn't worth worrying about. And the ranges that the damage drops off at is also very standard for an SMG, dropping a bullet at 12 meters, 22 meters and 30 meters. It does take 1 more bullet to kill than the Recoil at medium range and beyond though, which somewhat limits how effective it can be at range. Taking a look at rate of fire, we can see the MP18 is below average in this category with a fire rate of just 550 rounds a minute. In conjunction with the average damage model, this makes it the joint slowest killing SMG in close quarters. Taken in a wider context however, the MP18 is still one of the better close quarter guns in the game, killing faster than most LMGs and all semi-automatics and single action rifles. The bullet velocity might seem solid at first glance, with the MP18 sitting 3rd in class. However, it's only slightly faster than the worst SMGs, which have some of the slowest bullets in the entire game. This is a major drawback to what is otherwise a solid all-rounder, since it limits how effective you can be at medium range and beyond. Ammo capacity is quite good, with the trench and optical variants getting a 32 round magazine, while the experimental variant actually gets a slightly smaller magazine with only 30 rounds. The 2 fewer rounds makes essentially no difference to the gun's overall performance, and it's not worth considering when choosing which variant to use. The reload is fairly quick, with a tactical reload of just 2.1 seconds for all variants. However, the experimental variant has a slightly longer empty reload than the other 2 variants, clocking in at 3.3 seconds versus 2.96 seconds. Overall, the MP18 is great for taking on larger numbers of enemies, with the combination of good magazine size and a quick reload being more than good enough in most situations. The base moving Hipfire is very solid for the optical and experimental variants, coming in with just 1.5 degrees of spread, which is very standard for an SMG. This is where the trench variant shines though, with just 1 degree of spread giving it some of the most accurate hipfire in the game. Comparing the MP18 to the Recoil, which has about average hipfire in the context of the whole game, we can see just how strong it is in this area. Things don't change too much when we look at accuracy while firing, although the trench gains spread at about half the rate as the other variants, making it the clear choice for close quarters gameplay. As usual, you can reduce your hipfire spread a bit either by standing still or by crouching while moving. The MP18 has the lowest recoil of any SMG, with the trench and optical variants having only 0.46 degrees of horizontal recoil. The experimental gets even less recoil than this, with a total magnitude of just 0.276 degrees. In addition to this, the experimental also has lower first shot recoil, which is applied on the final shot of each burst, allowing for even more accurate fire. However, whichever variant of the MP18 you pick, you won't be missing many shots due to recoil. The sights for the MP18 are completely standard, with the trench having access to iron sights and buckhorn sights, while the optical and experimental variants get lens sights with the standard crosshair and zoom options. As usual, the trench gets an aim down sight time of 133 milliseconds thanks to iron sights, while the optical and experimental get an aim down sight time of 200 milliseconds, making them slightly less good for reactive gameplay. Lastly, we're going to take a look at aim down sight spread, and the MP18 is the only gun in its class with different spread values for all 3 variants. The trench is the least accurate with 0.3 degrees of spread, meaning it will struggle to reliably hit shots much beyond 50 meters. The optical gets 0.225 degrees of spread, which is good for an SMG, but it's the experimental which is once again the best tier, with just 0.2 degrees of base spread. And things get even better for the experimental when we look at burst accuracy. While the trench and optical both get significant increases to their spread after a first round of a burst, that large spread increase gets moved to the last shot for the experimental. This means that the MP18 experimental is the most accurate gun in its class for multi-round bursting, and even ends up being more accurate than some LMGs and semi-automatics. Just remember to allow a small gap in between bursts so that third shot spread increase has a chance to dissipate. Overall though, the MP18 is one of the most accurate SMGs no matter which variant you choose, making it the ideal choice for mid-range combat while playing Assault. In conclusion, the MP18 is the most well-rounded gun available to assault, with strong hipfire and a decent-sized magazine being paired with low recoil and spread, giving it the ability to cope with a wide variety of situations at multiple ranges. The trench is the most biased towards close quarters of the three variants, with its strong hipfire coming at the expense of aimed accuracy. However, the combination of best in-game hipfire and usable mid-range performance makes it well worth recommending. In fact, these characteristics make it almost unique within the game. You might want to take a look at the Model 1900 Slug, which also offers strong hipfire and good mid-range performance, though it is much more difficult to use. The Optical is a very solid all-rounder with good hipfire and aimed accuracy, while still maintaining ease of use. It's well worth using, although you could also try out the Recoil Factory if you're willing to trade worse hipfire for faster aim down sight time. The Experimental is statistically the best version of the MP18, with the same hipfire stats as the Optical but much better aimed accuracy. However, it's also the most difficult to use, since the 3-round burst is unique in the game and can take some getting used to. But if you're able to get to grips with the burst fire, the Experimental is easy to recommend and is one of the strongest guns available to the assault class. If you're looking for an SMG that's just as accurate while aiming, but you don't want to deal with burst fire, take a look at the Recoil Optical, which offers even better first shot accuracy and bullet velocity, at the expense of worse hipfire and magazine size. Thanks for watching this gun guide. If you want to see more of me, check out twitch.tv/ShrikeAbyss, where I'm live every day. And don't forget to subscribe to see new gun guides every week.